Hi again. It's me, Tara from the dead. So you may be thinking how exactly I ended up here. The place with the 24/7 blinding white light. Well, buckle your seatbelts. I'm about to tell you. I had just turned 18. Confidence was brewing. Ambition was peaking. I felt optimistic about the future for the first time in a long time. My last months spent being 17 was centered around the dream. The dream of making it big in Hollywood. It sounded so far-fetched at the age of 17. But once 18 came along, it knocked the fears right off and made the impossible seem possible. So on my 18th birthday, I made a promise to myself to chase my dream. I knew I would make it. I didn't know how, but I knew I would. And when I did become successful at what I loved, had the money, had the finances, had the happiness, I should treat my family and thank them for their support. So I did. I chased the dream. I spent 5 years, different country, different people. It's completely new to me. But I adapted. And I stuck with it. Each year came with its highs, each year came with its lows. But it would have gone all to shit if it weren't for my family. I had turned 23. My mum, my dad, my sister, my brother, and my other sister all came to visit. I surprised them with the vacation. I gave each of them an envelope, and inside the envelope was a ticket. A ticket to go to Mexico. A family holiday, something that we never had. They jumped up with joy, even my sister who was pregnant. I took the whole family out. We stayed 2 weeks in Mexico. We swam every single day. The sea and I were like best friends. So I thought. I don't have any regrets. I loved the sea and I still do. And I knew my time was up. And I've made peace with that, but my family, they're still struggling, and when I see them from above, I can't help but feel guilty for something that I had no control over. On the last day, I took on the last day, we were a couple hours from leaving. I decided one more swim in the sea. My family all sat at the beach. I got in the water, decided to test how far I could swim. Bear in mind I've been swimming since the age of 3, so I thought this would be no hassle. So I swam. past the surface. Swam a bit more. The ground was a bit distant from my feet now. I started panicking a little bit. It was like a cool, calm panic. Like, okay, can't feel my feet on the ground anymore. But it's fine because I'm still close to the shallow area. So I thought. Then ideas flowed in my mind about sharks being underneath me, which terrified the living crap out of me, so I decided to swim a little closer to the shore. Lo and behold, the wave came in and pulled me back. I was drenched. I couldn't see anything, and I just heard my mother screaming, "Get him out! Get him out!" That was the last I heard of my mother until I came here. At first I was angry. I felt hurt that he would just take me away from my family like that. But once making peace with it, I learned that I had lived a lifetime in those 5 years that most don't experience in their 70 or 80 years on this earth. I felt grateful, but it was just hard. It was just hard to see my mother screaming and crying for me to get me out, and me being helpless. As I was sinking to the bottom, I saw the bright white light. It pierced my eyeballs, and then bam, I got here. Ever since my last days on that earth, I've been watching my whole family from up here. I got to replay my death, see my final moments in the living world. I got to watch my funeral. That, I think, was the most gut-wrenching experience, watching my mother cry, my siblings, even my father. He shed a tear. That was the first time I saw my father cry. His mother passed, his father passed, his sisters left. Nothing. They all miss him so much up here. I miss him too. I miss my mum. I miss my whole family. But I want them to have the most abundant life on earth while they're still there. Because that keeps me going here. That gives me hope for the future. And it just makes me more excited to see them when they come.